Guys, welcome back to the channel. We're doing something a little different today, as you can see. This is a rental. Not purchased. Some things you just don't buy. Oh, I'm hoping it will make it up this hill. Not exactly all terrains, you know. I rented this thing because we've got a bird problem at storage, and don't worry, we're not killing any birds for anybody who's worried. But they've made a bunch of nests, and we just don't want them to do it again next year because they're doing what birds do. They're crapping. And they're crapping all over customer vehicles that are below. So I've got some bird spikes here. I'll show you those in a minute. And I've never used them before. And they sure look like they would work. And we're going to be putting those up in the building. So I needed something that could get me up pretty high. Well, it's not the only thing I rented it for. We actually had a customer hit one of our fully enclosed doors. Wow, the overhead door. They didn't open it up all the way. And they, whoa, I need to pay attention. So let me just finish this. Well, they hit the door, the overhead door, with the top of their radar that's on their T-top. And C8, he's going fast.
If you ain't first, you're last. You know what I'm talking about?
And it pulled the door right out of the track. So it's a $4,000 door. That was a big whoopsie by him, but it's stuck and his boat's stuck inside. And you know, if my boat was stuck inside, I'd get that door open. Now, what we told him is, you can't get it open however you want. You can't damage the building. And so I said, just take your radar off. Take your radar off your T-top. It's not a lot of bolts. I think it's one of those Nemo wires. I don't know, I'm probably mispronouncing it, but it's one of those marine connections. They all use the same connections. Dude, if you can't get your radar off your boat, you shouldn't have the boat. Sorry, that's just me. I know there are plenty of people who are like that. But if you can, or at least you don't deserve to go fishing. So I don't feel bad for you, dude. I don't feel bad for you. But we're gonna get that door up today so the guy can get his boat out. And it was an accident, and that's okay, it happens. Up we go, up we go, up we go, up we go to the mountaintop. Whoop. I can see my house from here. I can't really see my house from here, but it's what you're supposed to say when you're on top of something tall. Dude, this thing is so sketch. It's got outriggers on it that are supposed to come out, and they're not coming out, and the pavement's just a little uneven, so I'm on 3 wheels. This thing, you'll see it in a minute when the dude, I got the shaky leg, man. I'm on this big lift and I got a shaky leg. Oh, brother. Well, there's my bird's nest, okay? So, and they've there, see, validation, no deaths. Okay, I'm gonna go up just a little bit more here. Whoa! I've never used one of these, that's the wrong way. Now I'm gonna bonk my head. Okay, all right. Oh, brother, those outriggers, can you see that swaying? Yeah, I'm sure you can, because you're swaying. I'm not swaying, you're swaying. I just got some double-sided tape. We don't need to make this complicated. Again, it's never gonna see sun. I think we just need a clean environment, really. Which is actually kind of gross now to think about it, because there's a lot of you know what up here from birds. Ugh. All right, well, guys, sometimes it's mind over matter here. Just don't want to shove it on my face. Need a little rag. All right, well, rag on the next one. For now, sacrifice in the hands. What else do you do? Now, how many times do you think that's gonna happen today? Hit my head. Now, some of you guys know that this is an investment property that we own, and you know that. Look, at some point you're big enough that you hire all your help for all your investment properties. You got a maintenance crew. You know, maybe they can even float between properties. We don't have that, guys. Me and my partner, we're a business partner. Just, you know, I'm married. We're a small outfit, so That's just not something that we have. We only have a couple of locations. We've done 4, but we only have a couple now, and you can't spread that cost over just 2 locations. So you're forced to hire your help out, and you got to pick and choose what you're going to do, because everything's a $500 bill. Everything. And this isn't a $500 bill to have somebody come out here with a lift, get up here and put these stupid things up. And in prior videos, I've told you I like to get out of the office, man. This is actually fun for me versus staring at a computer screen every day. So it's kind of therapeutic to get out of the office and mix this in every once in a while. Oh, you're being a booger. Are you kidding me? Brother. Hey, Gorilla Tape, if you're listening, it shouldn't be that hard to do this. How long does it take to put up bird feeders? About 3 seconds. How long does it take to put double-sided tape on? About 12 minutes.
1 eternity later.
There we go. Hot dog. I'll have to figure something out with that, how to do that more efficient, because this is not efficient. All right. This one down. It should work fine. I wonder if I can get this peeled a little bit while it's on the roll, if that's easier. Okay. Maybe. Do it once, I got lucky. Do it twice, that might be the formula. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a pretty steady breeze right now. It feels real nice. Temperature, not stability. All right, boys, that's the formula. Peel it on the roll. All right, so that's it right there. Well, now I just gotta do that 16 more times, guys. I won't be boring you with that. Stay tuned though, because I'm gonna do the garage door, and then if time permits, I got some work to do at my house with this. Just a couple little things. Guys, we got all the birds' nests down and there's bird spikes up. Now we're at the door where my customer hit the door, and I apologize for the background noise. This whole building's ventilated, so it's just what it is. But you can see here where it totally ripped this door right out of the track. So as compared to the other side over there in track. So there's really no saving this door. I mean, in theory, there is saving this door, meaning, you know, it could probably go down again, but here it is. Here's how it works, guys, and this is unfortunate, but if I put this door back in the track, then the door company won't warranty the track, won't warranty the door anymore. The building manufacturer can then have an out for a warranty. The insurance company could have an out because they would say that the door was compromised, and there's wind clips. So in Florida, we have wind clips on the door, and most states you have wind clips, but in Georgia or Tennessee, you're on a 12-foot door, you're going to have 5 wind clips. In Florida, you're going to have 17 on each side. And I'm just making up numbers, but it's seriously a lot. So unfortunately, 90% of this door is good, and it'll just need to get replaced, because just like anything, we're in a throwaway society now. So what I want to try first is to see with old trusty ratchet strap, right? We use it for a million different things. See if I can get this building or this door to kind of fold on itself where it's been creased. All right, that's not really working, and it's because that bottom piece right there doesn't have a crease in it. I was hoping that if it has a little banana in it, but you can't tell probably from where you're at. But if it had a crease, metal gets a crease. If you just put some pressure on it, you can make that crease go. And so I was hoping by hitting it, I could get that metal to relax a little bit and let the ratchet strap increase the banana. Guys, there's no right way to do this. Well, yeah, there is a right way to do it. You should put the door all the way up before you pull out. See that black thing right there? That's a wind clip. Okay? So you can see there's another one. Oh, here they are. Up here, look, see them? Like you can see. So there's 3 right there, and just barely one part of the roll, and you can see some more. I mean, I could beat on this thing all day, guys, and try to straighten this out, but that's not the goal. Right now the goal is get it closed That way it'll prevent rain, weather, and everything else from coming in and then possibly getting into a neighbor's unit as well.
You see the door moving freely, and this is probably the point where I should have just left well enough alone and just put the door all the way down. But I couldn't help myself. I wanted to try to get this last clip back in the track. And so here, I'm beating on it. And perhaps as I've joked about this being therapy, it was. And even one of the customers thought so. He even wanted to get in on it.
Like good therapy.
Yeah.
Take a few swings.
Yeah, oh my gosh, isn't that the truth?
Here I got a little bit bigger hammer and a crowbar, and I'm just trying to be precise with working that wing clip into that track, and it just wouldn't go. I ended up doing this dance where I'd pound the wing clip through the track on the inside, and I'd go to the inside, and I'd pound it back, and I did this a handful of times before I realized enough is enough. And I could have potentially opened the track up, spreading it, but the track's still good. I don't want to damage that and have something else to pay for or get replaced. So it got to the point where it was just time to break the wing clip off, and that's what I did.
So this is one of those situations where I just got lucky that I have the scissor lift here. And some of our units, the lights were hung at different heights and even a little too far in, if you will. There's a fine line with these motion lights of having them too high and too far over for them to work, but it's hard to envision this. But right now where they're hung, they're just literally the one in the back there, hopefully it's not in the camera, and this one, if you have a really, really tall fifth wheel or RV, they will just barely brush the top corners. And so you have a couple options. You can just go straight up, but really the better thing to do is just to go out a little bit. Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, that's pretty straight now. This is good enough, guys, for what this is. We've kicked it over 6 inches, so on the other side we'll do the same thing. This will be plenty of clearance now. So I'm gonna do that last one back there. It's gonna be the same here, so I'm gonna see you next. We'll probably be back at my house. And then, but before then, I gotta get some food, dude. I'm hungry. Guys, on the way over here, the power was feeling kind of weak. I'm pretty nervous this thing's not going to get itself up, which means I'm going to have to get real creative with a ratchet strap because I don't have a winch on this trailer. Want one, don't have one. Oh, that's not a good start. Okay, a little steering adjustment here. Come on, baby. Oh, just come on, come on. Come on, yes. Yes. Man, it's hard to be smooth with this thing. It's one of those little things to point out with this trailer. These things right here, these gussets that they put in, see there's another one down there? Those gussets are the perfect width for where those tracks at, which is a pretty big deal because this is heavy, man. The guy told me it was 4,500 pounds. I don't know, it might be heavier. It doesn't tow like it's much heavier than that, but 4,500 pounds isn't a lot, especially when you spread it out over the wheelbase of a vehicle, but this thing's so short, you've got all that weight basically on the dovetail and right in the center of those ramps. So I don't know, just looking at it, I think it was good that those gussets were right where they were at. So. I know you can tie these straps up all different kinds of ways. I just really like that. I've never once had them come loose, ever. All right, guys, the task I had at my house, let me get that out of the way. Guys, the task I had at my house was to get my poor man's pole barn. Poor man's pole barn. Say that 3 times fast. Poor man's pole barn. having a hard time saying it once. Getting my tarps put back up. And I put this one back up with just a standard A-frame ladder, 12-foot ladder by myself, and it was fine. This one's just a little bit taller. Just a little bit taller. What's that song? I wish I was a baller. You know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what you're talking about, different generation. And then this one's even taller yet. That's the one I used to keep my boat in. And look, they are what they are. They're cheap, they're low cost. I got 4 kids and 1 household income as to all the reasons I need to explain as to why I don't have a barn, because it certainly isn't my desire. I'd love to have a barn out here. But what I do want is get these covered again. They are great. I mean, look, the wind is not our enemy. The wind is an enemy to these, these cheap canopies here, which is why they're not here. Hurricanes. You guys probably figured out I've had some issues with hurricanes lately. But the enemy, guys, is the sun. I mean, we just came from a state-of-the-art Class A boat and RV storage facility where we have fully enclosed and we have canopy coverage for, look, let's call it what it is. It's sun protection, okay? It's sun protection. A boat, an RV, a trailer, they're all meant to be outside and get wet, and that's fine. Keep the sun off your stuff. Your decks, your wood decks will last longer, and your tires won't dry rot as fast, and a number of other reasons that if I keep going, this video will just get too long. I wasn't planning on doing these anytime soon. It just worked out to where I had the scissor lifts, and I'm like, okay, I'll go get the tarps and I'll finally get my covers back up. I wish I had video of this, but I'll just try to visualize this. You've seen some videos with my brother. He's my brother-in-law. I just call him brother because it's easier to say, but Skyler. And you know, if you've noticed, he makes me look vertically challenged. I'm 6 foot. That dude's 6'6". I mean, I gotta be on my tippy toes around him. But we put that height to use. I stuck a 12-foot ladder in the back of my truck, strapped it down. Okay, so the ladder was really secure, and we put his youth and his height on the top of that ladder and pulled this 40-foot canopy backwards. Now, his wife, because I didn't want to kill him, so I was going to let his wife do it. She got in the driver's seat, and she just stayed in reverse and just crawled backwards while he pulled it over the center, and I just kind of took a broom and would just kind of inching it over the bars, and it's just got a lot of drag weight. It's not super heavy, it's just got a lot of drag weight, a lot of friction, but we're gonna try to make our lives, my life, because I'm the only one here, a lot easier with this scissor lift. All that blabbering, and I forgot to do my public service announcement. Here, this is I don't know if you want to call it a pro tip, but it is a tip and you need to know about it. I would have fell for it, but I didn't because I got lucky. I got good information, so I'm passing it along to you. If you ever do one of these poor man pole barns, so for example, a 14 by, oh dude, he sold me the wrong one. Oh no, this is the right one. This is for the 30 footer. Okay, got nervous. I was like, this is 40 feet. Can you, hopefully you can see it. This is finish size 13.6, 29.4, okay? That's important because if you just try to do what I was thinking about doing, is go on Amazon and just buy a cheaper tarp, you're gonna get exactly a 14 by 30 tarp. And that's gonna be a problem. And I'm gonna show you why right now. So if you look up here, see this little gap? That's so that you can get enough stretch. See? You see that gap up there? Now, if your tarp isn't intentionally short, those bungees will do you no good because you won't get the pressure you need to keep that thing taut. Anyway, there's your pro tip. Guys. All right. Admittedly, I'm trying not to be a little frustrated. This thing is supposed to help me. I mean, I get it. It's really not meant for grass. And this is all pretty soft. I mean, I can't say I'm surprised this has happened. It's hard to rock yourself back and forth out of a hole. You got a scissor lift at no speed. And no, I'm not tying off to the door. That's actually part of the chassis. All right. This is not, I don't suspect this will be easy because without somebody in there actually hitting the gas, the throttle, whatever you want to call it, technically these wheels are acting like a brake. But I don't have to move it far to get it out of this little hole. And then maybe I can try to put some wood under the wheels. Ugh. Oh, yikes. Oh, brother. I don't know if I helped myself at all. Oh, man. Okay, that's a start. After seeing those ruts in the grass, I gotta admit, I mean, I was inside, I was thinking about throwing in the towel. I was. But I shared that story with you earlier about Skylar being on top of the ladder. Well, and it was either going to be him or it was going to be me, and I'm probably not getting him up there twice. And so that was all the motivation I needed to just keep plowing ahead to the back of this canopy. I just needed to get to the other side where if I could get the center crown bungeed, the rest was easy. Oh, but when I did get to the back, it was kind of a hallelujah moment. I got to admit it. Those little victories kept me going. I have a big A-frame ladder I could go get, but I'm just fighting my desire to just make progress versus take the time to go get that ladder. This is how I'm going to finish this. I'm gonna pull the trailer forward. I'll latch up the rest on this side. Then I'll back the trailer a little closer to that side. Do that. This will be fully done. And I've got lights on that one, so I can light this up. And I got to still try to take advantage of that scissor lift. I know I'm going to be kicking myself. I'm going to get it stuck again, probably over there. I do so many things by myself, so many projects by myself, and that extra hand, oh, is it so nice to have. Even if they're not doing the heavy lifting, but you see here my wife just being on the four-wheeler, helping me get through these areas I'm bottoming out. Oh, and this four-wheeler, oh, I love this machine. I mean, we just use it for so many things, and again, here it is. It shines. Got a weight limit of 800 and towing 4,000 plus, so if you see one for sale with a bad clutch, just... it's definitely not mine, guys. Definitely not mine. Oh, man. Oh, it's been a long day, guys. I'm ready for a shower. Some little food. Definitely some cookies. Oh, man. It's at least 9:30, if not approaching 10. I did get both canopies on. I'm only missing 5 straps on the backside, but that'll be fine. It just... This thing kicked my rear today. I mean, it was great to have. I mean, it was perfect for what I needed at work. It was definitely not perfect for this application. I admit it was so much safer than what we did. I have no videos or pictures of it. I wish I did, of us, I told you earlier, putting the ladder in the back of the truck. And it was definitely better than that for a one-man show, but this ground's just so soft, and I don't know if these tires ever had treads on them. There seems to be some evidence that at one point they did, but it doesn't matter. Between ground clearance and the slicks, we were basically dragging this thing around with the four-wheeler. And it's not that the four-wheeler really had enough power to pull this. It's just that it had enough power to get this thing going again after it bottomed out just slightly. And we were able to kind of work all the way around the best we could. And then, You know, you saw I used the dump trailer at one point to kind of be my ladder, and it was a whole host of crazy get it done ideas, but we did. So that's great. I'm excited. I mean, it's great to have these back. So, hey, thanks for hanging out with me today. A little different. Went to work, didn't kill any birds. That's good. Got that done. Got a door fixed. Got my canopies back up. Let's try to make the next one a little bit more fun, all right? All right, guys. Have a good night. Appreciate you hanging out. Like, subscribe, and be back for another video. See ya.